Not be all C of O, be C of O, not going to have one chance. That's very true, right? That a property has a C of O is not the alpha and the omega. There is something that you need to look out for before you can relax and say, yes, I bought a property that has a C of O. Landed France is here, and as always, I bring you quality information that helps you facilitate informed real estate investment and, of course, maximize profit and ensure your ROI. Don't forget to like, share, comment, or save the video, subscribe and follow so you can get more and more and more of these videos of mine so that you can be properly guided. According to the provision of the Land Use Act, Section 9, you need to know that C of O's are tenured, meaning the certificate of occupancy must have a tenure, oftentimes 99 years. Now, not all certificate of occupancies are actually tenured for 99 years. You need to know that. Some certificates of occupancies are tenured for less than 99 years. It depends on the transaction between the individual who brokered that C of O or obtained that C of O from the government and the government at that material point in time. I know about some C of O's that are 40 years, some are 60 years, 75 years, as the case may be. Don't forget, to obtain a C of O, the holder of the property has to pay the government some form of tax, a means by which government rakes in funds from land administration. Again, don't forget that the same Land Use Act vests upon the state government the authority to carry on the administration and the use of land within the geographical location that the state covers. It's important. So sometimes, instead of the full payment for 99 years, right, to be the reason the obtaining a certificate of occupancy does not work for a particular property owner, there could be a negotiation between the property owner and the government, and the number of years can reduce. And then the person pays, for that amount of time. And oftentimes, C of O's are paid, or the tax is paid per square meter in a lot of places. In some other places, it's just the government just looks at a particular expanse of property and then they quote a particular amount for the property owner to pay to obtain the C of O. Whichever the case may be, there has to be a tenure. Why is this important? When you're buying a property that is said to have a C of O, you want to ensure that you look closely at the tenure of the C of O to know how far gone it is. I know a developer who shared a very interesting story with me, how that he bought a property. After consummating the transaction, he suddenly realized that the C of O that he was given had expired. The people had not gone to renew the ownership of the land or the holding of the title, but then they sold. And they sold with that C of O. So guess what? He had to move for perfecting the title on that property because the one that it had expired, and it made him pay a lot more for that property. Otherwise, he stood chances of losing the property because the right by law to hold ownership of that property had expired. That's basically how land ownership is done in Nigeria by the provision of the Land Use Act. Another reason this is important is that this also affects the bargain. A seller may decide that I'm going to sell this property for XYZ amount and it's quite exorbitant because it has a C of O. But if you see the C of O and now notice that the C of O is far gone, maybe it has 20 more years to go or 15 more years to go, it definitely has to affect the cost of the property, because not long after now, you have to go for a renewal of title for that property. You see that? Very important. You should give me profit offering for this one. Just kidding. So it's important that you go beyond just buying a property that has a C of O to looking into the details of that C of O. Part of the reasons you should always work with a trusted and knowledgeable realtor so that it can deliver you or she can deliver you from falling into that pothole. And of course, that's part of why I'm here, Landed Francis, to give you quality information that ensures that you make informed real estate investments. I hope that one helped. Don't forget to use the comment section to ask questions or make clarifications or make inquiries based on the information that I have shared. And don't forget to save this video for later. You might need it. And of course, to like and to comment. I really appreciate that. And of course, I'll see you in the next one.